Hello and welcome to the live stream. Today, I cannot believe that Elon Musk cannot see how corrupt he's becoming with the most recent. So, Megyn Kelly, she's super famous. Megyn Kelly, she has the Megyn Kelly show. It's watched by millions. And she was saying that Elon Musk apparently the real reason that it set him off, Elon Musk, is because like the whole feud between Elon Musk and Trump, the real reason that Elon Musk was set off apparently was not just that bill, was not just the months of wasn't even the Epstein files apparently. Like Elon Musk really didn't care that much about the Epstein files. What really apparently set Elon Musk off is that Elon Musk wanted to pick and control who was the NASA administrator of NASA, a competing space agency, a government space agency, which is competition for Elon Musk's space agency. Like Elon Musk, are you that far gone in your head as a billionaire that you can't see how dictatorish you have become? You are, it's like It's like McDonald's trying to control Burger King. It's like Starbucks trying to control Tim Hortons. It's like, uh, you know, can you can see what I'm saying? Elon Musk, the owner of SpaceX, a rival space agency company to that of NASA, a government NASA agency. And I don't even know if Megyn Kelly, I didn't even watch the full Megyn Kelly show. I watched like the first minute. And that's where I heard, oh, Elon Musk more is really the real reason he's really mad. What set him off is he can't pick and control who's the NASA administrator for the NASA agency, which is a competing competitor rival to his space agency. It's like McDonald's trying to control Burger King. It's like Starbucks trying to control Tim Hortons. Um it's like Dunkin' Donuts trying to control Krispy Kreme. It's like um what are more competing brands? But basically it's like you're trying to control your competitor and you're using the government to do it. I don't think Elon Musk, I think in his billionaire head, he hasn't seen how far gone he's gone. Cause and he's getting mad about it too, which tells you that he openly thinks that this is a good idea. It's not like he's trying to do it slyly behind the public's eye. You know what I mean? Like Elon Musk, you can't control your competitors. That is like illegal actually, I think, right? It's in a lot of industries, if Burger King tries to control McDonald's, that is like, it's supposed to be a free market. It's supposed to be a free market economy. It's supposed to be an economy where everyone can compete. Yeah, hello. So I just want to say hi to the people coming in the live stream. Welcome. So can you see what I'm saying, Jerry? So Jerry just came in. Welcome, Jerry, to the live stream. Can you see what I'm saying? Elon Musk, who's the owner of SpaceX, trying to pick and control and pick the NASA administrator and control NASA, which is a competing space agency company against NASA. Like SpaceX, NASA, they are competitors in the market of space exploration. They are rivals. They are competitors. SpaceX does their own space agency, space exploration stuff, and NASA is a government one, which is a competitor of SpaceX. And any business, any company trying to control their competitors, like that, I'm pretty sure that's illegal, right? Like, I'm not a lawyer. I'm asking a question. So I'm asking a question because I'm not a lawyer. Isn't it illegal? I know I went to business school and it's definitely not a business practice that is promoted or encouraged when I went to business school. You're not supposed to control your competitors. You can compete against your competitors, but you can't go and try to pick the CEO of your competitor. You can't try to control them, especially when they're a government agency. Like, this is such a conflict of interest. This is like Conflict of Interest, the movie. If there was a movie called Conflict of Interest, it would be this. Like, Elon Musk is the owner of SpaceX, which is a rival company of that of NASA, a government agency ran version of SpaceX. It's a rival. They're competitors. Just in the same way McDonald's is a competitor of Burger King, in the same way of Starbucks is a competitor to Tim Hortons, and the same way that I don't know, Esso gas station is a competitor to Shell gas station. These are all competitors. These are rivals. And especially when one's a government agency, which is supposed to be funded by the taxpayers. That looks even worse. Because now it's not like just two companies like merging or trying to, now it's like, hey, Elon Musk, you're trying to control even the people's, the government's like it's Elon Musk is trying to control everything. Hey, Elon Musk, why can't you make it if you're such a brilliant, smart billionaire owner of SpaceX? Why does it matter to you who the NASA administrator is? Are you trying to dominate space? Are you trying to control outer space? Because Elon Musk, I know you, because you're a billionaire, you get off. You get off on controlling people. You get off on it. As a billionaire, not a lot of things satisfy you anymore. And now you get off on things like control. Controlling people is something that Elon Musk gets off on. So you're now trying to control outer space. And the only rival competing agency to SpaceX, really, because there are other ones like Blue Origin, but they are nowhere at the same level as NASA is, right? And so now Elon Musk, right, is trying to control the only real rival competitor to SpaceX. And it's like if Elon Musk is able to monopolize and take over NASA and pick the NASA administrator, Elon Musk basically, what's the point then of having NASA? It might as well just all be called SpaceX because Elon Musk is controlling everything in and out of space. Okay. So I know that Megyn Kelly brought this up on her show about, this is the real reason that, the NASA administrator thing about Elon Musk couldn't pick the NASA administrator for NASA, and that's what really made him mad. She brought up this fact, but I'm the one, and I didn't watch the full episode of Megyn Kelly, so maybe she did touch on this later, but I am bringing up now the fact that this is like, does Elon Musk not see how wrong this is? Because maybe Megyn Kelly didn't even see it. I should have watched the rest of that Megyn Kelly episode because maybe they didn't even touch up on the fact that this is just like plain wrong. Whether or not, like they brought up, they said that this is a fact. Elon Musk is like the real reason he got really mad is because he couldn't pick the NASA administrator, right? But did Megyn Kelly and Ben Shapiro then suddenly go into the fact that this is like an improper business practice? This is even an illegal, perhaps? Is it an illegal business practice? This is completely out of line. Like McDonald's trying to control Wendy's, like Starbucks trying to control Tim Hortons. When I put those examples to you, you understand what I'm saying there. This is so, and especially when one of them is a government agency, and it's the only one too. The people only have one government space exploration agency they rely on. And if Elon Musk now he controls SpaceX and now he totally controls NASA, that's so wrong. And why not? And why would he want to control both? If he's doing so well in his SpaceX adventures, then why would he want to control NASA, the government one? Right? So you can start to see that there's something wrong going on there. And what else is Elon Musk trying to control, really? Because Elon Musk thinks now he can control his competitors, his competing rival space agency, which is not even like a free market. It's more like it's a government one. NASA's a government space agency. Can you not see how wrong this is? This is like Coca-Cola, perfect example. This is like Coca-Cola trying to control Pepsi. Imagine if Coca-Cola bought Pepsi and then just eliminated Pepsi from the shelves. People would go crazy, right? And you'd be like, wow, those Coca-Cola people, those Coke heads are a bunch of, not cokeheads, those people, whatever, those people are a bunch of dictators. Like it's a hypothetical situation. It's not real. Coca-Cola would probably never do that because Coca-Cola, they're cool. Like, have you watched the Coca-Cola commercials? Those people are cool. The Coca-Cola people are cool. They wouldn't do something like that. They wouldn't go and buy their competitor and then try to control their competitor and then like take their competitor out via like and then everyone is forced to drink Coca-Cola, and there's no more Pepsi on the shelves because Coca-Cola did a maneuver and picked the new CEO of Pepsi and then kibosh the whole Pepsi, like. And that's kind of like what we might have seen if Elon Musk got to control the NASA administrator, which kind of makes you kind of suspect the NASA administrator he wanted to pick, because the NASA administrator should be full force ready to compete against SpaceX. The NASA administrator should not be bending over for SpaceX. That is not someone who should be the administrator of NASA. The administrator of NASA should be ready to compete and provide a better service than SpaceX. The administrator of NASA should not be bending over for SpaceX. The administrator of NASA should not be bending over for Elon Musk and saying, "Hey, Elon Musk, when would you like to begin your whatever?" So so this is like I can kind of see where Trump's coming from here, and I'm actually a person who has criticized Trump a lot, but Trump's right on this one. Trump is 100% right on this one. And maybe there's a lot that's been going on behind the scenes because you can clearly see that Elon Musk is like running around in the White House like he owns the White House. And now he's trying to pick, is he trying to pick Trump's clothes for him too? Is Elon Musk trying to make everyone look like they're going to a funeral? And is Elon Musk gonna go and say, "Hey Trump, wear this shirt, wear this pants"? Like, is Elon Musk trying to pick and control what Trump wears to the office? Maybe Elon Musk is trying to dress Trump and be like, "No, no, no, wear that, wear those jeans, wear those." Like, it's bizarre. Elon Musk is now coming in trying to pick the NASA administrator, which is a competitor country. It's a competitor business. It's a competitor. It's a rival space exploration company. And if Elon Musk must be having problems with his SpaceX, because why would he care what NASA is doing? Why would he care who the NASA administrator is? If SpaceX is so successful, if Elon Musk is so successful and he's such a brilliant rocket scientist, then why would he care who the NASA administrator is? He should not be. That should not even cross his mind. Clearly, there's something shady going on. He's up to something. He's either trying to control outer space or he's trying to, totally wipe out NASA. Like, and you could just imagine that whoever is ready to bend over for Elon Musk should not be the new administrator of NASA, because then that guy will like bend over for Elon Musk and just completely screw over NASA, right? So it's like Elon Musk is trying to install like a stooge. Is that the correct term? And like it's like so clearly I hope Megan Kelly, because I hope she kind of touches on this topic more and then dives into the fact that this is like pure wrong. Like, this is, I mean, she's more eloquent in the way she speaks, Megan Kelly. She can actually convey a message much clearer than I can. But I wanted to convey this topic, and this is so wrong, and this is hurtful to the people who love space exploration. This really is. This would just be as hurtful if you love drinking Pepsi and then the next thing you know, the head of Coca-Cola went and bought Pepsi and then removed Pepsi from the shelves and then your only choice was Coca-Cola. When you think about it like that, this is kind of like the road that Elon Musk was going down with NASA. It's like imagine the people who love NASA and who love the NASA website and love NASA, and then Elon Musk goes and then takes over NASA, his competitor, and then removes NASA, and then your only choice is SpaceX. Right. Now, when you look at it like that, you can see how wrong that is. Right. So, who is this guy? I mean, there's a picture of him at the top. So, at the top is the picture of the guy who Elon Musk wanted to be the NASA administrator. Why would Elon Musk want this guy, right? Why? What was he gonna do for Elon Musk in exchange, you know? How is this guy what was he gonna do for Elon Musk in exchange for him being the new NASA administrator? Why did Elon Musk want this guy at the above picture to be the NASA administrator? Was he going to sabotage NASA in favor of SpaceX, in favor of Elon Musk? Was he going to just let Elon Musk do whatever he wanted in space? Is that what the purpose of the NASA administrator? So, and given the fact that the most recent rockets of Elon Musk were exploding, like, come on, something's going on here. Something's going on. So, I think Elon Musk, I think he's bored. He got all the money in the world and shiny watches and shiny cars and trips to Hawaii, believe it or not, they get boring after a while. And now billionaires like him, there's no more pleasure. They get no more pleasure out of just simple things like the wonderful things that poor people can't afford, like going to Hawaii and having beautiful cars and having big houses. Now, billionaires, that doesn't thrill billionaires anymore. Like they don't get a thrill of that stuff. They get become dull because after a while it gets boring. Shiny watches, Rolexes, big cars, big houses, trips to Hawaii. It becomes boring after a while for billionaires. And suddenly then billionaires, they have to get off on they have to find another way to get off. And then they start doing drugs or they start trying to control people or they start coming up with like weird plots like to control space and control the other planets and stuff like that. So let me now talk about Planet Saturn Club a little bit. So you probably, if you're on my channel, you probably noticed that it's called the Planet Saturn Club. And here, let me explain the whole purpose of the Planet Saturn Club. It's basically like a club, of course, of people around the world who have an interest in space, science, astronomy, but also want to become like agents, like want to become uh, like a group, like a club, right? And almost like protectors of planet Earth in a way. But maybe people who they want to have that community feeling, right? Because right now, scientists, the only people who have that community feeling within the science world are like science researchers at universities, like science, like Albert Einstein, those types of people. But I wanted to create a club where you don't have to have a master's degree in chemistry, or you don't have to have a physics degree, or you don't have to have won a Nobel Prize to be part of the club, to be part of the science club. Because let's face it, a lot of times people can't afford to get master's degrees. Not everyone, science education is not accessible to everyone. And I wanted to make a club where people around the world, regardless of their financial background, even their intellectual capabilities, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to be part of the Planet Saturn Club. You have to have a willingness to want to be part of a community of people who are passionate about science, You don't have to be a brilliant rocket scientist. You don't have to be a billionaire who can fund build rocket ships. You just have to be part of the Planet Saturn Club. You just have to be a person who's passionate about science, who wants to belong to a community, who wants and maybe actually accomplish things together. When we put our minds together and we work together, the Planet Saturn Club can get things done, and we can become a force on our own. We can become a strong front, like a strong group of people. We can start making progress and changing the world, changing the planet. And then it becomes a little bit more specific where we go to Planet Saturn Club because, an astronomy club is so broad. An astronomy club is so broad. But here's the Planet Saturn edge with Planet Saturn. So, according to Scientific American magazine, I read many articles that says that it's possible, aside from Mars, which to be honest, I'm kind of looking at planet Saturn and the moons of planet Saturn as a better, more habitable place, because Mars is, and let's just put it this way: just use your hunch, use your intuition, and say that Mars is not going to be habitable for humans, at least maybe not as much as a moon of planet Saturn. So, according to Scientific American magazine, several moons of planet Saturn could actually be habitable for humans in the future because the moons are they're warmed by the gravitational pull of planet Saturn. So these moons could actually sustain life possibly. And then just imagine that you will be orbiting your sun, your version of the sun in the solar system will be planet Saturn. You will be orbiting planet Saturn. Planet Saturn would be like your god. You would be like humans of planet Saturn because you would be on a moon that orbits planet Saturn. What a brilliant place for humans to be. And like imagine the stuff that you can see from that vantage point. Mars in a way is kind of really still kind of close Mars. You know, I mean, being on Mars, you might not witness the same things that you would witness being on planet Saturn, being on one of the moons of planet Saturn, because you're much farther out, right? And imagine the research capabilities to be able to conduct research on a moon of planet Saturn being that much farther out. You can see much farther into the galaxy. You can pick up on radio signals that others can't see. Mars is very close, Mars. I mean it's you might as well just it's almost like going to the moon at that point, you know? It's like when I was growing up and I was in awe of the Germans because they took over France, you know? And I was like, oh wow, the German men, so strong and masculine and powerful men, and they took over the whole country of France. And then when I was growing up, I learned that France isn't actually that big, and neither is Germany. And like it's as if it's like the Germans taking over a closet. It's like the Germans taking over a room in the house. Like France isn't that big. So Germany taking over France, and that's kind of like sending humans to Mars. Sure, it's a big advent, it's a big endeavor, but it's not as big as like America taking over Russia or, going to one of the moons of planet Saturn. So I really hope that someone gets inspired by the Planet Saturn Club and starts doing better. I don't speak very well. Sometimes I speak very well, but sometimes I'm a bit scattered. I have scatterbrain. I have like a different mindset. And I recently watched this TV series called Homecoming. It stars Julia Roberts. And the show does kind of like these it doesn't work on everyone. It works on some people. And it might have worked a little bit on me, but the show has some kind of like mind frequency stuff, interesting stuff they do with frequencies and stuff. And so anyways, I watched the show and I'm a little bit scattered right now, but I mean it's not necessarily a bad thing. I just you can open your mind to different frequencies on in the world, so But basically, yeah, I'm hoping that I would really like someone to take the helm of the ship. Because I like a planet Saturn club is not a club with one person. It's a club is never a one club of one. That's not a club. That's just really sad. So I would be more than happy if one day I wake up and see that there's actually is a planet Saturn club and they're very exclusive and they actually do stuff and get stuff done and they're like a powerful society of people like that are adversaries of Elon Musk. Like that would actually really make me happy and I wouldn't even care that I'm not invited to the bigger, better, real planet Saturn club if there is one. I would be extremely proud of humans for standing up to these evil billionaires who think they control the world. And I'm really hoping that Planet Saturn Club takes off because we could have a whole colony of humans living on one of the moons of planet Saturn. It's possible. And we could harness the power of planet Saturn. We really could. I mean, there's many ways to harness the power of planet Saturn because planets. Hold on, I have to. Hold on. Or else it's gonna because the tablet will time out and then go all black, the tablet, so I have to just make sure the tablet doesn't do this the timeout because I the screensaver settings doesn't matter. So we could have a colony of humans on one of the moons of planet Saturn. And just imagine how look at planet Saturn, the rings of planet Saturn. Look at the rings. Clearly there's something else different going on. There's something really special about planet Saturn. And a lot of famous scientists throughout the years, like Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla, these great minds were also like obsessed with planet Saturn. Looking at the rings, a scientist has an intuition about them that tells them that there's something very special about planet Saturn, right? And so we could have a colony of people on one of the moons of planet Saturn. And then just imagine the capabilities, the research capabilities, what we'll invent, what we'll discover, how things are different on the moons of planet Saturn. Being planet Saturn being your version of the sun, like the sun, the solar system. Like a lot of people believe that the sun is like, that we have to revolve around the sun, that humans must revolve around the sun. And when we look for other solar systems, we always consider that it's only habitable if we're revolving around the sun. But actually, according to the latest scientists, they're saying it's possible that the moons of planet Saturn could be warmed by the gravitational pull of planet Saturn, and suddenly it might be habitable to be on the moons of planet Saturn, and now planet Saturn you'll be orbiting around planet Saturn. Planet Saturn will be like your god. Planet Saturn will be like, you know what I mean? There'll be whole civilizations of people who worship planet Saturn, who are orbiting around planet Saturn. Planet Saturn is their kind of god. And suddenly now you have this whole people. And the Planet Saturn Club could turn into not just people on Earth who are interested in planet Saturn, but it could turn into a whole civilization of Saturn people. Which brings me to why is Saturday like we have Sunday, which obviously is named after the sun, Sunday, and then we have Saturday. Clearly, Saturday is pretty significant to be part of the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And then for Saturday to be so similar to planet Saturn, sun for Sunday, the sun, Sunday for the sun, right? Sunday for the sun, Saturday for planet Saturn, right? Right? So, and apparently there were people in the past. Apparently there were people, societies that worshipped planet Saturn. There's something very special about planet Saturn. And there were even apparently ominous versions of the Saturnal, the Saturn people. Apparently, there might have even been civilizations that were wiped out, that were very powerful, that utilized and harnessed the power of Saturn. and the planet Saturn. Hmm. And that could explain why we have Sunday after the sun and Saturday after planet Saturn, right? Like, I mean, the Greeks, I mean, I'm sure the Greeks looked at planet Saturn and said, that's a special planet. There's something going. And, Saturn is eternal when you think about it. Like, friends come and go, girlfriends and boyfriends come and go, but planet Saturn is forever. Jesus left. Jesus has been gone for 2,000 years. Planet Saturn is still there. Planet Saturn is very eternal. If you are worshiping planet Saturn, if you are betting on planet Saturn, you are betting on a sure thing. You are betting on a horse, like that, on a horse that, well, I don't believe in horse betting, but anyways, I don't believe in actually horse racing. I don't think that's right, but it's an expression. It's an expression. If you're betting on planet Saturn, you're betting on a sure thing because Jesus came and went. Um, you know, Other people came and went. Other people, Cleopatra, she's gone. She came and went. Friends come and go, but planet Saturn is forever, right? Planet Saturn has always been there. Planet Saturn is eternal, and planet Saturn could very well be there and for another 2,000 years. Just imagine. Just imagine how long has planet Saturn been there? You know? How long? It's amazing, you know? Just like how they do the geologic surveys on Earth to try to estimate the age of the Earth. Like planet Saturn could even be older than the Earth. Like planet Saturn is eternal, really. I mean, the people who don't worship planet Saturn, like what you're worshiping everything that turns to dust. You're worshiping dust. Anyone who worships a person, if you worship a person, you're worshiping dust because everyone turns to dust. It was an Enya song. I'm actually quoting an Enya song. She said it in a song, everything something turns to dust. No, that's not the right melody, but she said it along. She said basically in the song, it's called the humming. Everything turns to dust. Remember this. But planet Saturn is what, at least if it's not going to be turning to dust anytime soon, and it hasn't. Planet Saturn is eternal. So people worshiping planet Saturn, I mean, there's something about planet Saturn. There's something special about planet Saturn. There really is. Um, so why not have a group of compete? Why would you just let one like Willy Wonka kind of like dictator, Willy Wonka dictator control space and control NASA, control SpaceX, control all our endeavors into space? Why? Why are they trying to control space? Why are they trying to control everything aspect about space and keep like everyday humans like you and me out of space? Why? You know? What purpose? Okay. So I think that it's good to have competition. Planet Saturn Club, we could become our own competition. Like we could become our own force, our own group of people on Earth who are committed to the future of humanity, really. So there is something special about planet Saturn, the rings. I mean, and so you know, the Planet Saturn Club is accessible to everyone. I like that the concept of having a club that it doesn't matter if you're a Nobel Prize winner, you don't have to be an expert physicist, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, you don't have to be a billionaire, you don't have to be a celebrity. Anyone can be part of the Planet Saturn Club. Anyone who's passionate about science and astronomy and about making the earth a better place for all of us to live. Anyone who's excited about the future, passionate about astronomy, anyone can be part of the Planet Saturn Club. At least that would be my idea, my version of Planet Saturn Club. There probably could be very well different versions of the Planet Saturn Club run by different people, and maybe those groups are exclusive. Maybe there are Planet Saturn clubs run by different people that are exclusive and very secretive and there probably are and there probably were. But there could be different versions, and I believe in making planet Saturn and science and technology and math accessible to everyone. It's like those parties that they have in Hollywood, or like the secret societies, the parties that the secret societies have where they wear the masks, and then they go to those parties, and then you know I could just imagine Elon Musk like going to those parties trying to control everyone. Um, like just imagine just Elon Musk just walking around at one of those mask parties. The movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise. You know the movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise. It's like imagine that movie. Imagine like Elon Musk in that movie, like walking around trying to control everyone. So that would be pretty funny. So I think I think we have to, as a society, we have to look at competition as being a good thing. It drives each other to be better. It drives us to be competitive. Being competitive can be good. It can drive success and innovation. But one dictator who tries to control everything, who tries to control SpaceX and tries to control NASA and tries to pick the NASA administrator and tries to control all the competitors and then just dominate the space industry. Clearly, you can see how Elon Musk is not right on there. So if anyone's coming into the live stream, do you think it's right for the owner of SpaceX to then suddenly want to control NASA, the rival competitor? Let's take it as this example, right? It's like imagine if Coca-Cola wanted to control Pepsi. Imagine if Coca-Cola wanted to pick the new CEO of Pepsi and then just remove Pepsi from the shelves, and then people can only choose to drink Coca-Cola and they can't even drink Pepsi anymore because the Coca-Cola, like imagine that the Coca-Cola people would never do that because they're cool people, but I'm just using them as an example so you can imagine what it's like for Elon Musk, the owner of SpaceX, to then try to control the government version and the competitor of SpaceX, and then try to pick the NASA administrator, right? It's like Coca-Cola. It's like if Coca-Cola hypothetical situation. It's like if Coca-Cola, for example, took over Pepsi and then removed Pepsi from the shelves, so that your only choice was Coca-Cola. Like it's kind of like what It's kind of like what Elon Musk is doing with NASA and trying to pick the NASA administrator, and then freaking out and then flipping off on Trump. Which, by the way, like Elon Musk, he's He like there's something going on there. Why is the most recent rockets exploding? Why? That doesn't make, and there's no clear explanation. I went to Google search it, like why did the most recent rockets of Elon Musk explode? And maybe it's just because the answer that I wanted, douchebag, not a real rocket scientist, fraud. Those answers didn't come up. It said something like along the lines of, "Oh, Elon Musk is testing these new whatever, blah blah blah." It sounded as if that they're weapons. I mean, it sounded as if Elon Musk is like he's not making rockets for space exploration, but he's making rockets that are to be used as weapons on other countries like Russia. So, like That's what it sounded like. So.